Close your eyes for a moment and picture the night sky. Quiet, endless, and dark. Yet hidden inside that darkness, the universe is alive with invisible rivers of energy flowing in every direction. These currents are not seen with human eyes, but they are felt by every star, every planet, and even by you as you sit here now. Tonight, we will wander gently through this unseen world. We will listen to the hum of space, the whispers of particles, and the secret fields holding creation together. The universe, it seems, is not empty at all. It is overflowing with invisible energy. A silent universe that isn't silent at all. The night sky looks silent, but silence is only an illusion. Every patch of space is filled with vibrations, fields, and particles moving in constant rhythm. If your ears could stretch beyond their limits, you would hear the universe humming softly, not in sound but in waves of energy that never rest. It is strange to think that what looks still is actually in motion beyond measure. Astronomers once thought the void was empty. They imagined galaxies drifting in nothingness, separated by true silence. But the deeper they looked, the more they discovered. Faint radio waves, cosmic background echoes, even whispers of ancient explosions still traveling across eternity. The emptiness became crowded with hidden voices. Think about this. Even in your quietest room, signals from space are passing straight through your walls. A cosmic ray might slip through your body right now, leaving no trace, unseen but real. The silence you trust is never truly silent. It's always alive with what lies beyond your senses. And there's a comfort in this, isn't there? That the still night above your head is not dead or cold, but breathing with a presence. The silence is a blanket of activity, wrapping you softly in something older than time itself. As if the universe never really stops speaking, it just lowers its voice. When we begin to notice this hidden conversation, we realize the universe is never asleep. It's awake, always alive, even when our eyes and ears cannot catch it. The silence of space is not an end but a beginning, the first breath of energy after the Big Bang. Imagine the very first instant of the universe, a fraction of a second when everything we know was squeezed into a seed smaller than a grain of sand. Then came an expansion, sudden and unstoppable. That breath still lingers, stretching the universe wider every moment. It was not just matter that was born, but energy, boundless, invisible, filling every crevice of creation. In those early moments, energy was pure chaos. It roared as particles collided, fused, and danced into being. Out of this furnace came light, heat, and the first whispers of structure. The universe did not ease into existence. It exploded with a rhythm that never ended, and that rhythm still drives everything today. The strangest part is that this first breath never faded. We feel it now as the cosmic microwave background, a faint glow, stretched thin but still there, like the echo of a lullaby that never quite dies. Every time scientists tune their instruments, they hear this background noise, the baby cry of creation, carried across 13.8 billion years. And so the invisible energy filling space is not just random, it is the residue of that first inhale spread across eternity. When you look at the night sky, you are seeing not only stars, but also the faint shimmer of the universe's memory. It is still breathing, and we are living inside its exhale. To think, your very heartbeat, steady and warm, is in rhythm with the same first breath that set galaxies spinning. You are not apart from it. You are part of the song. Matter's hidden partner. Energy everywhere. We grow up learning about matter, solid things, physical things you can touch. But matter is never alone. It always carries a partner, energy. Every atom of your body, every rock, every cloud holds an invisible pulse within it. Even the stillest stone is buzzing quietly with energy inside its atoms, waiting to reveal itself. Einstein gave us the most famous equation of all, E=mc2, which told us that matter and energy are not separate. They are two faces of the same coin. A handful of matter could become a burst of unimaginable light, and light could condense into matter again. The universe plays endlessly between these two states. Look at the stars. What you see as light is simply matter transformed, atoms of hydrogen giving their mass to become radiant energy. Without this exchange, there would be no starlight, no warmth, no life here on Earth. Energy is not just everywhere, it is the bridge that connects us to the stars. Even your thoughts are patterns of energy moving through matter. Neurons firing with electricity, chemicals releasing signals. Every idea in your mind is proof that invisible energy is always at work. We live in a world where matter cannot be understood without its invisible companion, and neither can we. So, the universe is not only full of things, but full of the unseen power that makes those things come alive. Matter is the body, but energy is the breath. Without both, the universe would be empty indeed. The empty space that is not empty. At first glance, space looks like a void, black, endless, a stage with nothing between the stars. But physicists discovered something astonishing. Even the emptiest patch of space is buzzing with energy. This is called the vacuum energy, and it might be the most mysterious force of all. Imagine trying to strip reality bare, removing all matter, all particles, all radiation. You would think nothing remains. Yet experiments show that even then there is a faint vibration, a restless fluctuation that never disappears. The universe cannot be truly empty. It always hides a heartbeat in its silence. This hidden activity is called zero-point energy. Virtual particles blink into existence, then vanish, in a dance that never ends. It happens everywhere, all the time, beyond our eyes. Even the vacuum beneath your fingertips is not empty. It is alive with an invisible storm of possibility. It changes the way we see everything. The vacuum is not a background stage. It is part of the performance. Galaxies expand, stars move, and forces unfold within this sea of invisible power. Nothing exists outside of it because it fills every corner of creation, and so the phrase empty space is misleading. What looks like nothing is actually a presence too vast to imagine. You are never surrounded by emptiness. You are floating inside an invisible ocean of energy that will never go away. The quantum sea beneath reality. Dive deeper beneath atoms, beneath particles, and you enter the quantum sea. Here, reality is not solid, but fluid. Particles appear and vanish, probabilities ripple like waves, and nothing is ever still. This invisible quantum energy is the foundation of everything we see, though it hides itself in constant uncertainty. When you touch a table, it feels solid. Yet at the quantum level, it is mostly empty space, filled with fields and probabilities. What holds it together are forces you cannot see, invisible bonds of energy keeping particles in delicate balance. Solidity is only the surface of an ocean much deeper than our senses. The quantum sea is restless. Electrons jump orbits, photons exchange places, and unseen forces guide their paths. It is not chaos, but a strange kind of order where rules bend, twist, and reform. Out of this sea, every planet, every mountain, every heartbeat emerges. The visible world is a ripple on this invisible depth. And perhaps the most mysterious truth, we are connected to this sea constantly. Every atom in your body participates in the same hidden rhythm, rising and falling with energies we cannot touch. The quantum ocean is not distant. It flows through you right now, always moving. So, when we think of the universe as full of invisible energy, the quantum sea is where that truth becomes undeniable. It is the invisible skeleton of existence, humming softly beneath all things. Tiny vibrations giving birth to existence. At the smallest level, the universe is never still. Even when you think of something frozen in place, it is trembling with tiny vibrations. These movements, far too small for our eyes, are the heartbeat of reality itself. They ripple through atoms, through molecules, through every structure, keeping matter alive with motion. Physicists call this quantum fluctuation, an endless jitter that never rests. Without it, the universe would be silent and lifeless. But because of it, stars form, atoms bind, and life emerges. These tiny quivers are the sparks that shape galaxies, the secret architects of creation. Even you are a song of vibration. Your voice, your heartbeat, even your thoughts are patterns of oscillation. The invisible vibrations around you are mirrored within you. It is as if the universe stitched you together using the same rhythm that echoes through stars. This is why silence feels alive when you sit in a quiet room and sense something. You are right. Vibrations are everywhere. They pass through you like whispers, subtle but constant, reminding you that nothing ever truly rests. The entire cosmos, from the tiniest particle to the largest galaxy, exists because of these invisible ripples. Without vibration, there would be no existence at all. Why atoms are mostly empty, yet alive with force. It is almost unbelievable. The very atoms that build your body are mostly empty space. If an atom were the size of a cathedral, its nucleus would be smaller than a grain of rice, while electrons would be tiny sparks spinning far away. In between lies a vast emptiness, or so it seems. That emptiness is not truly empty. Invisible forces, electromagnetic fields, and quantum rules hold everything together. Without these unseen powers, atoms would collapse, matter would crumble, and the world would dissolve into nothing. The emptiness is filled with invisible guardians keeping creation intact. Think about your hand. It feels solid, firm, trustworthy, yet most of it is space. What makes it feel solid is the invisible resistance of electrons pushing against each other. You never actually touch anything, Audie. What you feel is energy refusing to let particles overlap. It gives a strange comfort, doesn't it? That your reality is shaped not by what you see, but by invisible forces that never fail. Every wall that protects you, every breath you take, every step you walk rests on the strength of unseen fields. Atoms remind us of a paradox. Emptiness is never truly empty, and the invisible is often more real than the visible. Invisible particles passing through you right now. Even as you sit here, billions of invisible particles are moving through your body every second. They leave no pain, no trace, no sign, yet they are there. These are neutrinos, ghost-like messengers, born in stars, supernovae, and even in the heart of our own sun. Neutrinos almost never interact. They slip through walls, oceans, even entire planets, as though nothing stands in their way. Imagine billions of arrows flying through you constantly, and not a single one ever striking. That is the strange magic of these invisible visitors. And yet, though they pass unnoticed, they carry secrets of the universe. They tell us how stars burn, how galaxies evolve, and even hint at mysteries we still cannot solve. To study them, scientists build detectors deep underground, shielded from other noise, waiting patiently to catch one ghost in the dark. It is humbling, isn't it? To realize that right now, as you listen, You are being crossed by ancient particles that may have been born in galaxies millions of years ago. They traveled across the void, silent and tireless, just to pass through you. Neutrinos remind us that we are never alone in space. Even when nothing seems to move, the universe is sending countless invisible messengers through us all the time. The cosmic web connecting all galaxies. From far away, the universe looks like scattered islands of galaxies floating in the dark. But when mapped on the largest scales, something astonishing appears. A web. Galaxies are not random. They are strung together by vast filaments of invisible matter and energy, forming a cosmic skeleton across billions of light years. This web is built mostly from dark matter, unseen but heavy, pulling galaxies into strands and clusters. Imagine a spider's web, but so vast it holds everything you know. The stars, the planets, even the voids between them all lie on this hidden net. When we look at it, we see the universe as a living structure, like neurons in a brain, each galaxy glowing as a node of light. The resemblance is uncanny. It is as if the cosmos itself is thinking, weaving its existence across invisible connections. Every galaxy you can name, even our Milky Way, sits on one of these threads. Without the web, galaxies would drift apart, never forming clusters, never colliding, never evolving. Life itself may owe its possibility to this hidden structure. So when you gaze at the stars, remember, you are looking at bright beads strung along invisible threads tied together in a network as ancient as time, energy that binds the stars together. Stars may look like solitary fires in the night, but they are not isolated. They are bound together by forces that reach across unimaginable distances. Gravity is the most obvious, pulling stars into galaxies, galaxies into clusters, and clusters into the grand web of the cosmos. But it is not gravity alone. Magnetic fields stretch invisibly across space, threading stars together in ways we are only beginning to understand. Radiation from one star can influence the birth of another. Even streams of gas and particles bridge the gaps, carrying energy silently between neighbors. Think of it like a great orchestra. Each star is a musician, playing its note of light and heat. Yet together, connected by invisible energy, they form a symphony. Without these unseen bonds, the stars would be soloists in a void, but instead they perform as part of a cosmic song. You are also part of this connection. The atoms inside you were forged in stars, bound by the same invisible energy. Without their dance, you would not be here. The forces that link stars are the same ones that created you. In the end, the stars remind us of a truth. Nothing in the universe is truly alone. Everything is bound together by invisible threads of energy, stretching endlessly through the dark. Gravity as the universe's whispering glue. Gravity is so quiet yet so commanding. You cannot see it, cannot touch it, yet it is the force that binds planets to stars and stars to galaxies. Without gravity, there would be no orbits, no clusters, no cosmic structure at all. It is the invisible glue keeping the universe from drifting apart into silence. What makes gravity so mysterious is its reach. Unlike other forces that fade quickly, gravity stretches across infinite distance. The pull from a distant galaxy is still reaching you now, faint but real. It is a whisper that never stops traveling. You feel its weight every day, pressing your feet to the ground. Yet what you sense is only the faintest fraction of its cosmic power. Gravity shapes not only your body's balance, but the fate of galaxies spinning billions of light years away. Even black holes, those great cosmic enigmas, are born from gravity's grip. When matter collapses beyond measure, gravity folds it into a singularity so dense that even light cannot escape. This too is the whisper of the same invisible glue that keeps you standing now. It's humbling to realize the same quiet force that lets you walk your street is also the architect of galaxies beyond counting. Gravity holds all things in its silent embrace. Light that travels but also disappears. Light feels eternal, a beam shining forever. Yet the truth is more delicate. As light travels across space, it stretches, fades, and sometimes vanishes into the fabric of the cosmos. It is both unstoppable and fragile, carrying energy across eternity, but changing along the way. When photons leave a star, they begin a journey that may last billions of years. Some arrive in your eyes as starlight tonight. Others stretch into radio waves too faint to notice. Some are swallowed by dust clouds, never reaching anywhere at all. Light always moves, but it does not always survive unchanged. Even here on Earth, light bends, reflects, disappears into shadows. It can be absorbed by leaves, by oceans, by the very skin on your hand. Its energy shifts into warmth, into growth, into invisible forms. What we see is only a fragment of what light truly becomes. And yet, light is our main storyteller. Every photograph of a galaxy, every telescope's gaze, every color of the dawn, all of it is carried by light. It is fragile, but it delivers the story of the universe across unthinkable distance. So light is both eternal and fleeting, a paradox of energy, always moving but always transforming. It is the fragile voice of the stars, and without it the universe would be a silent void. Photons that never rest. At the heart of light are photons, tiny, massless particles that never stop. They are pure energy, traveling at the fastest speed possible. A photon is born, and from that moment it races endlessly, never resting, never slowing, always moving, until absorbed. Think of how strange this is. Photons have no weight, no rest, no pause. They do not experience time as we do. To a photon, its journey from a distant galaxy to your eye is instantaneous. It has no before or after, only the eternal now. Photons bring us warmth. They power the photosynthesis that feeds plants, they charge the solar panels on rooftops, and they carry signals through fiber optic cables. They are the messengers of energy, slipping effortlessly between the visible and the invisible. But photons are fragile too. One collision, one absorption, and their journey ends, their energy given to another form. The warmth you feel on your face on a sunny day is simply photons surrendering themselves to your skin. So the universe is never still because photons never rest. They are the tireless runners of creation, carrying invisible energy across the fabric of space, always moving, always giving. The hidden dance of electromagnetic fields. Beyond the light you see lies a vast hidden structure, electromagnetic fields stretching invisibly through space. These fields govern electricity, magnetism, light itself, and they are present in every corner of the cosmos. They are the stage upon which photons perform their endless dance. Every spark of lightning, every hum of an electric wire, every compass needle finding north, all are guided by this invisible web. The fields weave through your body too, with every heartbeat sending out tiny electromagnetic ripples. You are part of the dance, even if you never notice it. What makes this so wondrous is how far these fields stretch. Earth is wrapped in one, the sun radiates another, and galaxies themselves are cloaked in electromagnetic energy. It is a universal choreography, silent but always in motion. Scientists can't always explain how these vast magnetic fields emerge, yet they shape everything. They guide charged particles through space, sculpt auroras in our skies, and even protect us from deadly cosmic radiation. Without them, Earth would be bare and lifeless. So when you switch on a lamp or hold a magnet, remember, You are touching the same invisible energy that flows between stars, binding the universe in a dance without end. Why magnetic forces shape our world in silence. Magnetism is one of those forces you rarely think about, yet it quietly shapes your life. It is the reason a compass points north, why your phone works, why electricity travels through wires. It's a silent sculptor, bending and guiding invisible currents through the world. At the cosmic scale, magnetism is even more mysterious. Whole galaxies are threaded with magnetic fields stretching across millions of light years. These forces are not visible, yet they steer charged particles, shape solar winds, and protect planets from harm. They are silent but powerful beyond imagining. On Earth, magnetism creates our shield against the sun. Without the magnetic field, solar radiation would strip away our atmosphere. The sky would be bare, the oceans gone, life impossible. This invisible guardian hums beneath your feet, always working, never resting. Even in your body, magnetism plays its role. Every nerve impulse is an electrical current, and every current creates a magnetic field. In this way, your thoughts and movements are guided by the same invisible energy that shapes stars and planets. So the world you know, your home, your breath, your very heartbeat, exists because magnetic forces are silently protecting and shaping it. They do not ask for attention, but without them, nothing would remain. The energy wrapped around every planet, no matter how distant or barren, carries an invisible cloak of energy. Earth has its magnetic field. Mars once had one. Jupiter's is vast beyond comprehension. These magnetic shields are unseen, yet they are as real as mountains and oceans, wrapping worlds in protective arms. On Earth, this cloak bends solar winds away, deflecting harmful radiation. Without it, our atmosphere would have been stripped away long ago. Life could never have taken root. Oceans would have boiled into the sky, and the world would be as bare as Mars appears today. Jupiter's magnetic field is so immense, it stretches millions of kilometers, dwarfing the planet itself. It funnels radiation into glowing auroras larger than our entire planet. Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, too, hum with invisible fields, shaping the rhythm of their moons and rings. Even tiny Mercury, though weak, carries a field that whispers of an ancient dynamo still turning deep inside. No planet is truly naked. Each has its own unseen skin of energy, some faint, some vast, but all part of the cosmic order. So planets are not just rocks and gas. They are wrapped in energy, cloaked in silence, yet bound to the stars through invisible power. Solar winds singing across the void. From the heart of the sun comes a steady stream of particles, the solar wind. You cannot see it, but it flows constantly, washing over the planets like a breath across a candle flame. It is the sun's way of singing into the void, filling space with invisible energy. This wind is made of protons, electrons, and magnetic whispers. When it reaches Earth, it collides with our magnetic field, sparking auroras that ripple across the sky. Green curtains, red ribbons, purple crowns, all are born from this unseen river flowing from our star. Sometimes the solar wind grows restless, surging into storms. Satellites flicker, power grids tremble, and communication falters. Even from 150 million kilometers away, the sun's breath can touch our lives directly, reminding us of our fragile place in space. Yet without this wind, the solar system would be different. Comets would not trail shining tails, planetary fields would not glow, and space itself would be quieter, less alive. The wind is both a threat and a gift, carrying energy that shapes the very rhythm of the solar system. So every night when you see the aurora, remember, you are witnessing the sun's invisible voice made visible, a song carried across the void just for you. invisible shields protecting Earth. Earth is not left unguarded. Wrapped around our planet is the magnetosphere, a vast shield of invisible energy stretching thousands of kilometers into space. It deflects the sun's wind, funnels particles, and creates safe havens for life. Without it, Earth would be as exposed as the moon, lifeless and bare. This shield is not static. It flexes, bends, and shifts with every solar gust. Like a warrior's cloak, it absorbs the impact, then ripples back into form. You may never feel it, but it works tirelessly above your head, saving you with every passing moment. At its edges, charged particles are trapped in belts circling endlessly. These Van Allen belts are like cosmic prisons, holding dangerous radiation far above the surface. Airplanes, satellites, and astronauts must navigate carefully around them, guided by science but protected by nature's invisible hand. The beauty of this shield is revealed in auroras where some particles slip through, dancing with the atmosphere. What looks like beauty is also proof of defense, the shield glowing with the touch of the sun, alive with energy protecting its world. So when you take a simple breath, safe under a blue sky, you are doing so beneath the quiet strength of an invisible shield that never leaves its post. Auroras, energy made visible in the sky. There are moments when the invisible becomes visible, and auroras are one of those miracles. High above the poles, solar particles meet Earth's atmosphere, and suddenly the sky glows. Curtains of green, ribbons of red, flashes of violet, an energy show painted across the heavens. What you are seeing is not light from Earth, but the sun's energy colliding with oxygen and nitrogen molecules. Each collision sparks a glow, a silent firework that ripples like silk in the wind. It is not just beauty, but the universe revealing its hidden conversation. People have stood under these skies for centuries, weaving myths and stories. To some, auroras were spirits dancing. To others, they were omens or signs. Science revealed their true origin, but the wonder has never faded. Even knowing, we still stand in awe beneath their shifting glow. Auroras remind us of connection. They are proof that what happens on the sun touches us directly. They are cosmic fingerprints, energy traveling millions of kilometers, finally revealed in the skies above. And perhaps the greatest truth is this: auroras are not rare. They are always happening, always glowing somewhere above the earth. Even when you cannot see them, they are dancing silently for another soul under the same sky. The storms the sun hides in its heart. Beneath the steady glow of the sun lies a restless heart. The sun is not calm, it is a boiling ocean of plasma, magnetic fields twisting and snapping, storms erupting without warning. These solar storms are invisible most of the time, yet their energy can shake worlds. Sunspots mark regions of turbulence where tangled magnetic fields churn. Solar flares erupt from these spots, sudden bursts of radiation, powerful enough to outshine the sun's surface for minutes. Coronal mass ejections follow, throwing billions of tons of charged particles into space like invisible hurricanes. When these storms aim toward Earth, our shields are tested. Satellites may falter, power grids may tremble, and the auroras blaze more brightly than ever. We feel the storm not as wind or rain, but as a silent pressure of energy pouring from our star. The sun hides these storms within its glow. To our eyes it looks constant, faithful, unchanging. But beneath that calm face is a fiery core, shifting and roaring with energy. It is a reminder that even the brightest light can carry tempests within. Yet these storms also feed life. They enrich space with particles, shape planetary fields, and remind us of the living bond between Earth and its star. The sun's storms are not destruction alone, they are creation, always renewing the invisible energy of the cosmos. Space is a sea of radiation. The word radiation often makes us uneasy, but in space it is everywhere, a natural ocean of energy washing through the void. Beyond the comfort of Earth's shield, radiation flows constantly from the sun, from exploding stars, from the very birth of the cosmos. It is invisible, yet it fills every corner of the universe. Some of this radiation is gentle, like radio waves and microwaves, humming quietly across eternity. Others are fierce, like gamma rays and X-rays, slicing through space with unimaginable power. Together they form a spectrum, a rainbow we cannot see, but that shapes everything around us. Astronauts know this sea well. When they close their eyes in orbit, they sometimes see flashes of light, particles striking their retinas, messages from deep space written in sparks. Imagine drifting in silence, yet feeling the universe tapping at your eyes with invisible fingers. This sea is not hostile alone. It also carries stories. Telescopes tuned to radio waves reveal galaxies, pulsars, and even the faint afterglow of the Big Bang. What looks like empty space becomes a living canvas, painted in invisible colors. So, space is not dark and silent. It is alive with radiation, a sea of energy that reminds us the universe is always speaking, even when our senses cannot hear. Cosmic rays arriving from ancient explosions. Imagine particles so powerful they travel across galaxies, even across billions of years, only to strike Earth at last. These are cosmic rays. Ancient travelers born in supernovae, in black hole jets, in cataclysms beyond our comprehension. Every second they rain upon us, unseen but real. Most are harmless, caught by our atmosphere, sparking delicate showers of particles that fade before reaching the ground. But their story is extraordinary. Each ray is a messenger, carrying with it the fingerprint of a distant explosion, a silent testimony from another corner of the cosmos. High in the mountains, scientists build detectors to catch these rays. Some instruments stretch across entire deserts, watching for the faint blue flashes that mark their arrival. Each detection is a clue, helping us trace back to the violent hearts of stars and galaxies. What's astonishing is their energy. A single cosmic ray can strike with the force of a baseball pitch, yet it comes from a particle smaller than an atom. How could something so tiny carry such power? That question still humbles science today. And right now, as you sit, cosmic rays are falling on you, through you, around you. They are ancient letters written in energy, sent from explosions long before humans existed, arriving only now, quietly, invisibly. Neutrinos slipping through the Earth, like ghosts. We already met neutrinos once, those ghost-like travelers, but the truth of their journey is even stranger. Trillions of them are passing through you every second, through the walls of your room, through the solid Earth itself, as if matter did not exist at all. These neutrinos are born in the cores of stars where nuclear fusion rages. They are created in supernovae, in radioactive decay, even in the early moments of the universe. They move with almost no resistance, slipping silently through everything in their path. Catching one is like trying to trap a shadow. Scientists build vast detectors in deep mines, filling caverns with tanks of pure water or heavy ice, waiting for a single neutrino to bump into an atom. When it happens, a faint flash of light reveals its presence, a ghost finally leaving a footprint. And yet these ghosts tell us truths nothing else can. They reveal how the sun burns, how stars explode, how matter transforms. They are silent, but they are honest messengers of the universe's deepest workings. So as you sit here now, neutrinos are flowing through your body, unbothered, unnoticed. You are always crossed by ghosts, and in that strange truth lies a quiet beauty. The cosmos touches you directly, every second, without you even knowing. Dark energy. Expanding the universe's skin. Perhaps the most mysterious form of invisible energy is dark energy, the force that pushes the universe apart. Long ago, scientists expected gravity to slow expansion. Instead, they found the opposite. The universe is speeding up, stretching faster and faster, as though pulled by an unseen hand. Dark energy makes up nearly 70% of the cosmos, yet we do not know what it is. We cannot see it, cannot touch it, only measure its effect on galaxies fleeing from one another. It is as though the universe itself is inflating, driven by a hidden current. Imagine the fabric of space as a balloon. Every galaxy is a dot on its surface. As the balloon inflates, the dots move apart. That inflation is powered by something invisible, a pressure in the vacuum itself. Dark energy at work, stretching creation wider every moment. What is astonishing is how steady it is. Unlike storms or bursts, dark energy does not roar. It whispers, constant, everywhere, pulling the fabric itself into more and more space. It is patient, and in its patience it reshapes destiny. So the very structure of the cosmos, its fate, its future, rests in the hands of an invisible energy we barely understand. It is both humbling and wondrous to live in a universe that hides so much of itself in mystery. Dark matter, holding invisible structures. Together, kami bungsa with dark energy pushes the universe apart, dark matter pulls it together. Though invisible, it outweighs all the stars, planets, and galaxies we can see. It has no glow, no shimmer, no spark, yet it sculpts the cosmos like an invisible sculptor holding galaxies in its unseen grip. We know it exists because galaxies spin too fast. By visible matter alone, they should fly apart. But they do not. Something hidden holds them tight, wrapping them in halos of invisible weight. That something is dark matter, the silent skeleton of the universe. Astronomers map it not by sight, but by its effect on light. When starlight bends around a galaxy cluster, the distortion reveals an unseen mass. Like a fingerprint pressed into fabric, dark matter leaves its impression on everything, though it never shows its face. Some believe it is made of exotic particles, unlike anything we know. Others wonder if it is a sign of physics we have not yet discovered. Whatever it is everywhere, passing through you, through Earth, through the Milky Way, always present, never seen. So when you look at the stars, remember what you see is only a fraction of reality. The true weight of the cosmos is carried by invisible hands, the dark matter binding everything in place. The unknown that outweighs the known. When astronomers measured the universe, they found something astonishing. All the stars, planets, and galaxies we can see make up less than 5% of everything. The rest is hidden. Dark matter and dark energy, forces unseen yet far heavier than the visible cosmos. The known is a whisper. The unknown is the roar. This discovery changed everything. Humanity once thought the night sky revealed the fullness of creation. But the truth is, most of reality is invisible, slipping beyond our senses. We live surrounded by mysteries that outweigh all the suns and planets we hold dear. It makes you wonder, what does it mean to know so little? Our telescopes, our instruments, our finest theories still describe only a fraction of the whole. We are explorers stumbling in the dark, guided by faint glimmers of light, while vast unseen seas surround us. And yet there is beauty in this humility. The universe reminds us that wonder does not end where our vision stops. Instead, it begins there, in the shadows, in the unknown that calls us forward. The invisible is not absence, it is promise. So when you gaze at the stars, remember, they are only the tip of the iceberg. The true weight of the cosmos lies hidden, quietly shaping everything we know, be it the fabric of space-time stretching and trembling. Einstein gave us a new way of seeing reality. Space and time are not separate, but woven together into a fabric. This fabric bends under mass, creating gravity, and it stretches as the universe expands. Invisible, yet it holds every galaxy, every planet, every moment of your life. Imagine a sheet of silk. Place a heavy ball on it and the fabric curves. Smaller balls roll toward it, not because of invisible strings, but because the fabric itself is bent. This is space-time, the invisible stage on which the cosmic play unfolds. But space-time is not stiff, it trembles. When two black holes collide, their violence sends ripples across the fabric, waves that stretch and squeeze reality itself. These gravitational waves travel across billions of years, reaching Earth so faintly that only the most sensitive detectors can hear them. And yet, we have heard them. In 2015, humanity recorded the first whisper of space-time itself, ringing from a distant collision. It was the universe proving that even the fabric beneath existence is alive with energy, restless and trembling. So the very stage of reality, the floor beneath your feet, is not still. It stretches, it shakes, it flows with invisible ripples that pass through you without a sound. Gravity waves as the universe's quiet songs. Gravitational waves are unlike anything else. They are not light, not sound, not particles. They are ripples in space-time itself, carrying energy across unimaginable distances. They are the universe's quiet songs, deep notes played on a cosmic instrument larger than galaxies. When black holes spiral together or neutron stars collide, the shock waves travel outward forever. By the time they reach Earth, they are smaller than the width of an atom. Yet our detectors, giant laser arms stretched kilometers long, can feel them, proving that even the faintest whispers of creation can be heard. Each wave tells a story. One brought us news of colliding black holes. Another revealed neutron stars smashing, creating gold and heavy elements that fill our jewelry and blood. To listen to gravitational waves is to eavesdrop on the universe's most secret conversations. What's humbling is their quiet persistence. Unlike light, they cannot be blocked by dust or gas. They move through everything, untouched, unstoppable. They are the ultimate messengers, carrying truth across the ages without distortion. So, when you hold something made of gold, remember, it was born in a cosmic song, carried to you by waves that shook the very fabric of space-time. Black holes breathing energy into the cosmos. Black holes are often pictured as destroyers, endless pits swallowing everything. But they are also givers, breathing energy back into the universe in ways both strange and beautiful. Their gravity bends light. Their jets fire streams of particles across galaxies. Their presence sculpts the very heart of the cosmos. At their edges, near the event horizon, particles accelerate to near-light speed. Some escape, blasting outward in jets so powerful they can outshine entire galaxies. What looks like an abyss is also a fountain pouring invisible energy into space. Even their collisions release energy in the form of gravitational waves, shaking the cosmos with unseen power. Black holes, silent to our eyes, become drummers beating on the fabric of space-time itself. And then there is Hawking radiation, a faint whisper predicted by physics. Black holes may slowly leak energy, evaporating across unimaginable time. Even the darkest objects may glow faintly with the universe's invisible breath. So black holes are not just ends, but beginnings. They recycle matter, they power galaxies, they write invisible symphonies of energy that ripple across space. What seems like silence is actually the loudest voice of all, the event horizon, where energy disguises itself. There is a boundary where light itself cannot escape, the event horizon. Cross it, and nothing returns. Yet this horizon is not just a prison, it is also a disguise. Energy and matter swirl there, dancing at the edge of forever, glowing brightly before vanishing. To observers, time seems to slow near this border. A falling star stretches and fades, never quite crossing, frozen in light that grows redder and dimmer. But beyond, the truth is different. Inside, the plunge is swift, the energy transformed, the story rewritten beyond sight. Scientists once thought nothing could be known beyond the event horizon. But theories suggest information may not be lost, only hidden, scrambled into invisible energy patterns on the horizon itself. The black hole becomes a library, its books locked away, their words rearranged but not destroyed. It is here that energy and mystery meet most intimately. The event horizon is a place where the visible becomes invisible, where the universe shows us that boundaries are never what they seem. And perhaps the strangest thought, our entire universe may have begun from such a horizon, a hidden edge expanding into the space we now call home. Stars as engines of unseen power. When you look at a star, you see light, but what you do not see is the immense engine within it. Stars are nuclear furnaces powered by reactions that never pause, releasing invisible streams of energy across the universe. They look gentle in the night sky, but inside they roar with unimaginable force. Every second, our sun transforms millions of tons of hydrogen into helium, releasing energy in the process. Most of this energy we cannot see, ultraviolet, infrared, and streams of particles that fill the solar system like invisible tides. The visible glow is only a fraction of their work. Stars are not isolated, they shape galaxies, stir interstellar clouds and seed space with heavy elements. Their invisible power creates the very building blocks of life, carbon, oxygen, iron, scattered into the cosmos when they die, ready to form new worlds. Without stars, the universe would be a cold ocean of hydrogen and helium. No planets, no light, no warmth. They are the forges of reality, crafting matter and spilling invisible energy across space, weaving galaxies into luminous tapestries. So every star you see is not just light in the darkness, but an unseen power plant, shaping the future of everything around it, nuclear fusion lighting the dark. At the heart of every star lies nuclear fusion, the process that lights the universe. Hydrogen atoms, under immense pressure and heat, are forced together into helium, releasing bursts of energy far beyond any fire we can imagine. This invisible process has kept stars burning for billions of years. Fusion is delicate. Too little pressure, and it will not ignite. Too much, and the star collapses into something new. But when balanced, it produces a steady flow of energy, light, heat, and particles that travel outward, filling space with radiance. This is the same process humanity dreams of replicating on Earth, a clean, limitless source of power. Scientists build reactors hoping to capture the same fire that burns in the stars. If achieved, fusion could light our world forever without smoke, without waste, only with energy born of the stars themselves. But beyond technology, fusion is simply wonder. It is the invisible reason the night is not dark, the reason planets stay warm, the reason you can see your own reflection by daylight. It is the quiet alchemy that turns nothing into everything. So when sunlight touches your skin, remember, you are feeling the direct gift of nuclear fusion, the invisible heartbeat of stars that has traveled across space to reach you. The pressure that turns darkness into light. Fusion does not come easily. It requires pressure so immense it crushes atoms together, heat so fierce it defies imagination. Deep within stars, gravity squeezes matter until it glows. Out of darkness and silence, Light is born through this invisible pressure. Think of it. The sun shines because gravity refuses to let atoms rest. It forces them into one another, releasing energy as they merge. Light is the child of pressure, an invisible consequence of stars refusing to collapse without a fight. In dying stars, this pressure grows even stranger. Cores collapse into neutron stars or black holes where matter is crushed into forms we cannot fully comprehend. The energy released in those moments, gamma bursts, shock waves, particle streams, can outshine entire galaxies for a heartbeat. Even the gold in your jewelry, the iron in your blood, was forged by this pressure. It took the death of stars to create the elements we now wear, breathe, and live on. Invisible pressure, unbearable to imagine, gave us the beauty of life itself. So behind every sunrise is a secret truth. Light is born only when darkness is pressed beyond its limits. Out of struggle comes brilliance. Out of invisible weight comes eternal glow. Energy locked inside every atom's core. Inside each atom lies a secret, a core holding immense energy. The nucleus, made of protons and neutrons, is bound by forces so strong they defy imagination. These nuclear forces are invisible, yet they are among the most powerful in nature, keeping the atom whole against all odds. When unlocked, this energy is staggering. A tiny fragment of matter can release enough power to light a city. We see this in nuclear reactions, both destructive and life-giving. But the truth is, this potential rests quietly in every atom of your body. The balance is delicate. Without these forces, matter would dissolve. With them, it remains stable, forming the molecules of life, the structures of planets, the foundations of galaxies. Energy locked in atoms is the bedrock of reality. Einstein's famous equation, E = mc2, revealed this truth. Matter itself is stored energy waiting to be released or transformed. Every piece of the world is a battery holding invisible reserves that could change everything if set free. So when you hold a stone, drink water, or simply breathe, remember, each atom is a treasure chest of energy, silent but immeasurable, keeping the universe alive from the inside out. Radio waves flowing through us always. Not all invisible energy comes from stars or atoms. Some flows constantly around you. Radio waves. They are part of the electromagnetic spectrum, longer and softer than visible light, but just as real. They pass through walls, through air, through you, carrying information, carrying stories. At night, when you switch on a radio, you are tuning into these invisible currents. Music, voices, signals travel through space, riding waves you cannot see. They wrap around the globe, bounce from satellites, and stretch across galaxies themselves. Astronomers use radio waves to see what eyes cannot. Pulsars, spinning neutron stars, beat out rhythms detectable only in radio. Quasars shine brightest, not in visible light, but in radio. The universe is full of voices, most of them speaking on frequencies we never hear. And the truth is, radio waves never leave you. Even in silence, your room is flooded with them, carrying Wi-Fi phone calls, broadcasts. The air itself is alive with invisible rivers of energy, crossing you every moment without you noticing. So the universe hums not only in light and gravity, but in quiet radio whispers, carrying stories through space and time, waiting for us to listen. Microwaves filling the sky. Since creation, microwaves are not only for ovens in your kitchen, they fill the universe, stretching endlessly through space. Long ago, when the universe was young, it was glowing hot. As it expanded, that glow stretched and cooled until it became microwaves, still humming today as the cosmic microwave background. This radiation is faint, nearly invisible, yet it surrounds us everywhere. Point a sensitive antenna at the sky, and no matter where you look, you hear a hiss, the leftover echo of the Big Bang itself. It is the universe's oldest memory, written not in light, but in invisible waves. Scientists first stumbled upon it by accident in the 1960s, when two engineers cleaning a radio antenna heard a persistent noise they could not explain. That noise was the whisper of creation, a discovery that changed cosmology forever. The background was proof the universe began in a fiery birth. Even today, satellites like Planck and WMAP map these microwaves with precision, revealing tiny fluctuations. These ripples are the seeds of galaxies, the fingerprints of the universe's first moments, still frozen in invisible energy. So when you heat your food with microwaves, you are using the same type of energy that fills the cosmos, an invisible remnant of the beginning of time. Infrared. Heat we cannot see but always feel. Every warm object around you is glowing, but you cannot see it with your eyes. This glow is infrared radiation, invisible heat energy radiating from everything with warmth. Your skin, the floor, the stars above, all of them shine in infrared, even in total darkness. Animals know this secret better than we do. Snakes can sense infrared to track prey at night. Cameras tuned to this spectrum can see a person in pitch black, glowing like a flame. The world is alive with this hidden glow, unseen but always felt. Infrared is how you feel the sun's warmth on your face, even on a cold day. It is why fire feels hot even when you stand back. These invisible waves carry energy across space, turning silence into warmth, connecting you directly to the cosmos. Astronomers use infrared telescopes to pierce through dust clouds that block visible light. In this spectrum, galaxies hidden in shadows become clear, stars in birth clouds are revealed, and the universe shows a softer, hidden side of its story. So every breath of warmth you feel is not just comfort. It is the invisible light of the universe, glowing through you in ways your eyes cannot see. Ultraviolet light. Hidden beyond our eyes. Beyond the violet end of the rainbow lies ultraviolet. Light our eyes cannot see, but our skin feels. The sun floods Earth with ultraviolet rays, shaping life in ways we often overlook. It can burn, but it also helps create vitamin D, essential to our bones and health. Most ultraviolet is blocked by Earth's atmosphere, thankfully. Without that shield, the sun's invisible rays would scorch the surface, stripping life away. The thin layer of ozone high above acts as a guardian, letting just enough through for life to thrive. Plants respond to ultraviolet too. Some flowers have patterns only visible in UV, guiding bees toward nectar. To us, they are plain petals. To insects, they are glowing maps drawn in invisible light. The universe paints in colors we cannot see. Astronomers study ultraviolet to learn about hot stars, young galaxies, and the violent edges of the cosmos. Ultraviolet reveals places where matter is heated to extremes, glowing not in red or blue, but in an invisible light our instruments alone can capture. So, while we cannot see ultraviolet, it shapes life, health, and even the colors of the world in ways we never realize. It is a hidden brushstroke in the painting of reality. X-rays. Shining through invisible veils. X-rays are strange. They pass through flesh, but stop at bone, making the invisible visible in hospitals everywhere. Yet their story begins in the cosmos, where the most violent events flood space with X-rays, black holes feeding, neutron stars colliding, supernova remnants glowing with fury. Earth's atmosphere protects us from these rays, which is why telescopes must orbit above. Up there, they reveal a universe alive with high-energy drama. Whole galaxies shine in X-rays, invisible to our eyes but blazing to instruments designed to listen. Even the sun produces X-rays in its storms, bursts of energy that ripple through space. They are short-lived, but powerful, traveling as invisible flashes that tell of turbulence beneath the sun's calm face. X-rays remind us that transparency is relative. To them, our bodies are soft as glass, while bones stand solid. To the universe, galaxies may appear transparent in visible light, but glow fiercely when viewed in this higher energy spectrum. So, every X-ray photograph in a hospital is not only medicine, it is a small echo of the same invisible energy that lights up the most violent corners of the universe. Gamma bursts that rewrite cosmic histories. At the very top of the spectrum lie gamma rays, the most energetic form of light. They are rare, but when they appear, they can outshine entire galaxies for seconds. Gamma bursts are the fireworks of the cosmos, rewriting cosmic history with every flash. These bursts come from supernovae, from neutron stars colliding, from black holes forming. In a single heartbeat, they release more energy than the sun will produce in its entire lifetime. Invisible to our eyes, but detected by satellites, they reveal the raw power of the universe. What's haunting is their silence. No sound, no warning, just invisible flashes traveling billions of years to reach us. A gamma burst we detect today may have started before Earth even formed, carrying news of ancient catastrophes, and yet they also create. In those violent moments, heavy elements are forged: gold, platinum, uranium, scattered into space, waiting to become part of planets and people. Out of destruction comes creation, written in invisible rays. So gamma rays are not only signs of chaos, but of renewal. They remind us that even the darkest events are part of the universe's endless cycle of giving energy back to itself. The energy of motion in every orbit. Every orbit is a dance of energy. Planets circle stars, moons circle planets, galaxies swirl endlessly, all held by gravity, all alive with invisible motion. This kinetic energy, though unseen, is everywhere, shaping the paths of worlds and the flow of time itself. Earth moves around the sun at 30 kilometers per second, yet you feel nothing. You sip tea, you walk streets, unaware that you are carried through space on a moving platform, always in motion, never still. The energy of your orbit is invisible but constant. Even the moon, drifting around Earth, holds tides in its grasp. Its motion stirs the oceans, guiding waves and rhythms that life depends on. Orbits are not static. They breathe energy into every corner of existence. In the far reaches of the cosmos, galaxies orbit each other too. Clusters form, merge and collide, bound by the invisible energy of motion, carrying stars into new patterns. Nothing sits idle. Everything circles something else, caught in eternal choreography. So though you feel still, you are moving at incredible speed, part of a cosmic dance, powered by the invisible energy of orbit itself. Tides as the moon's gentle pull. Walk along the shore, and you see the moon's influence in every wave. Tides are not simply water moving, they are energy, pulled invisibly by gravity. The moon tugs at Earth's oceans, raising and lowering them twice each day, a rhythm as old as time. This pull is delicate but powerful. Without tides, life on Earth may never have evolved the way it did. Early creatures adapted to the changing shorelines, learning to move between sea and land. The moon's invisible hand may have shaped our very existence. Tides do more than move water. They stir nutrients in the oceans, driving ecosystems. They slow Earth's rotation over vast ages, lengthening our days. Even continents feel their touch, rising and falling slightly as the planet breathes under the moon's pull. And tides are not unique to Earth. Jupiter's moons experience tidal heating, where gravity stretches and squeezes them, keeping them warm inside. Some moons may even hide oceans beneath ice, stirred by the same invisible energy that shapes Earth's seas. So every tide is more than water's rise and fall. It is the moon's quiet music, pulling the planet into motion, weaving energy into the rhythm of life itself. Planetary magnetism, guiding invisible currents. Planets are not only spheres of rock or gas. Many are magnetic worlds wrapped in invisible fields that shape their destiny. These magnetic shields guide currents of charged particles, deflect radiation, and create hidden structures far larger than the planets themselves. Earth's magnetism gives us the auroras, but it also powers unseen belts of trapped particles circling the planet. Jupiter's magnetosphere is so vast it stretches beyond Saturn's orbit, filling space with invisible rivers of energy. These fields sculpt the space around planets, unseen but undeniable. Magnetism guides not only particles, but also moons. Jupiter's moon, Io, tugged by both gravity and magnetism, erupts with constant volcanoes, its energy fed by invisible forces. Saturn's rings glow faintly in radio emissions, a quiet whisper of magnetic interaction. Even in your pocket, a compass listens to these fields. A simple needle swings north because of invisible currents flowing through the planet beneath your feet. The same force that protects astronauts also guides explorers, a thread connecting the human hand to cosmic energy. So magnetism is not a small detail, Chiyoshi. It is a vast, invisible system shaping worlds, protecting them, and reminding us that every planet hums with hidden energy of its own. The cosmic microwave background's silent echo. There is a whisper woven into the fabric of space, the cosmic microwave background. It is faint, uniform, and everywhere the leftover glow from the universe's birth. Though invisible to eyes, it is the most important clue we have to where everything began. Discovered by accident, this echo is the stretched light of the Big Bang, cooled over billions of years into microwaves. It is not loud, not bright, but steady, a constant hum that fills every corner of the cosmos like a faint heartbeat. When mapped, it is not perfectly smooth. Tiny ripples appear. Differences in temperature no larger than a fraction of a degree. Yet these ripples are profound because they became the seeds of galaxies, stars, and planets. Without them, the universe would have remained featureless and silent. Think of it. Every star you see today, every atom in your body, can be traced back to those tiny ripples in invisible energy. The echo is not just background noise. It is the blueprint of creation. So when you look at the night sky, know that beneath the beauty lies an older sound. The universe still whispering the memory of its first light, carried forever in invisible waves. The vacuum that seethes with activity. We often think of a vacuum as nothingness, but quantum physics shows the opposite. Even the emptiest space is alive with invisible activity. Virtual particles flicker in and out of existence, fields vibrate restlessly, and energy hums quietly even when nothing seems to be there. This zero-point energy is impossible to remove. No matter how much you strip away, no matter how empty you make space, it still quivers with unseen possibility. The universe cannot be still. It always hides a restless undercurrent beneath its silence. It is this seething vacuum that allows phenomena like the Casimir effect, where two metal plates placed close together are pushed by invisible energy. Space itself provides the pressure, proving that emptiness is not empty at all. Some even suggest that dark energy and the mysterious force expanding the universe may come from this restless vacuum, If true, then the fate of galaxies depends on the smallest invisible quivers of space itself. So next time you think of nothing, remember, nothing is never nothing. Even emptiness is full, alive with invisible waves, restless and eternal, shaping reality from the shadows. Zero-point energy as nature's secret engine. Even when all motion stops, something remains. This is zero-point energy, the lowest possible vibration of the universe, a silent hum that never disappears. Even at absolute zero, when atoms should freeze entirely, they still quiver faintly, as though the cosmos refuses to be truly still. This restless vibration is woven into the quantum fabric itself. It means every patch of space, no matter how empty, holds energy hidden from our eyes. The vacuum is alive, trembling softly, an engine built into nature that never shuts down. Some scientists wonder if this energy could one day be tapped, a limitless power source all around us. Others believe it may already shape the universe, driving cosmic expansion, fueling mysteries we have yet to solve. It is invisible, but it might hold the key to everything. What fascinates most is its inevitability. You cannot remove it, cannot cancel it, cannot quiet it. Zero-point energy is the baseline of reality itself, the bedrock song beneath all other symphonies. So, even in the coldest silence, even in the deepest emptiness, the universe still hums, still vibrates, still holds a hidden fire that will never go out. Virtual particles that blink into being. In the quantum world, particles are not fixed and steady. They flicker. Virtual particles appear from nothing, exist for a blink, then vanish again like sparks in a dark sea. They cannot be seen directly, yet their effects are real, shaping forces and interactions everywhere. These fleeting ghosts pop up in pairs, one particle and one antiparticle, born from the restless vacuum. They annihilate almost instantly, but not before leaving subtle fingerprints, small pushes, tiny shifts, ripples in the fabric of energy. Even black holes feel their presence. At the edge of an event horizon, virtual particles may separate, one falling in, one escaping, creating what we call Hawking radiation. This idea suggests even black holes are not eternal. They slowly fade, fed by the flickers of virtual energy. Though they seem unreal, virtual particles explain why atoms hold together, why forces behave as they do. They are the invisible scaffolding of the universe, always flickering, never fully gone, hidden in plain nothingness. So the next time you think of empty space, remember it is crowded with invisible sparks appearing and disappearing in endless rhythm, unseen but essential to existence. Entanglement, linking energy. Across distance, quantum entanglement is one of the strangest truths of invisible energy. Two particles, once connected, remain linked no matter how far they drift apart. Touch one, and the other responds instantly, faster than light, beyond explanation. Einstein once called it spooky action at a distance. This link is not visible, yet experiments prove it again and again. Photons fired in opposite directions still mirror each other's behavior, as though sharing a secret code. It is invisible communication written not in light or sound, but in pure correlation. What does it mean? Some see it as proof that space is not as separate as it appears. Beneath the surface, everything may be connected in ways our senses cannot perceive. The universe may be less like scattered islands and more like a single woven fabric. Even your atoms were once entangled with others in ancient stars. Pieces of you may still be linked across vast distances, carrying invisible threads of connection through the cosmos. So entanglement reminds us of a strange possibility. The universe may not be divided at all. It may be a single body whispering to itself in ways we cannot yet understand. The field that might connect everything. Physicists have long dreamed of a single field uniting all forces: gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear bonds, quantum vibrations. Some call it the unified field, a hidden ocean of energy beneath all reality. If it exists, it would be the invisible thread connecting every particle, every force, every spark of existence. Hints of it appear in equations. Forces that seem separate at our scale may merge at higher energies. The early universe, moments after the Big Bang, may have been ruled by a single field, only later splitting into the different forces we know today. If true, then everything we see is just ripples in this deeper ocean. Galaxies, stars, atoms, even your heartbeat would be surface patterns of one underlying field, invisible yet universal. Some believe this field could explain dark energy, dark matter, even consciousness itself. Perhaps the unity we sense in dreams and intuition is not only poetic, but physical, the whisper of a hidden field that binds everything together. So, though we cannot see it, we may already be swimming in it, the invisible ocean that connects all, waiting for us to notice its flow. Energy flowing through dimensions we cannot see. What if the universe is bigger than our senses allow? Some theories suggest energy may flow not only through the 3 dimensions we know, but through hidden dimensions curled up, invisible to human sight. Like unseen hallways branching from familiar rooms, they may shape reality quietly. In string theory, particles are tiny vibrating strings, their music played across many dimensions. Most are hidden, too small to perceive, yet their energy ripples into our world, creating the forces we feel. The invisible may be larger than the visible in ways we cannot imagine. If higher dimensions exist, energy may slip through them, bending gravity, shaping the cosmos. Perhaps dark matter is not truly dark. It may be matter from another dimension, its shadow spilling into ours as unseen weight. This idea may sound like science fiction, yet it is rooted in serious physics. The mathematics points toward unseen directions, waiting for evidence, waiting for discovery. The universe may be far stranger, far richer than what we see in starlight. So when you wonder about invisible energy, remember, some of it may not just be hidden in space, but hidden in dimensions your eyes will never reach.